Hello everybody, it's Glaze here. I hope everyone is having a great day so far. Today I'm going to be going over some anchoring on B because I feel I've seen this a lot in Faceit pugs and also in teams where if you're left on B solo, you need to know how to hold it. Um, this is mostly in late game situations, you'll be left here by yourself, but um, for example, if your team gets some information on A, like they might be coming here or info towards somewhere else on the map, then they might rotate the second B player off towards mid to hold here if the mid player dies or something happens. That will leave you essentially on B by yourself. Okay? So you need to know how to hold this position correctly and how to make sure you don't get punished for it. First thing I'll go over is one thing I feel you should always do almost every round. At the start of the round when you're coming towards here, if you just run along this edge with your Molotov, and then when you see just the door frame's little gap here, you just run and throw it, and that will bounce like that, fairly deep. You should be able to throw it better because that landed in the corner, so I'll just throw it again real quick. Just throw it like that. Now land deeper like that. That way, if the T's come rushing super early, that means this Molotov will stop them in their path, and that will land as they're like here. It will land, meaning they'll either have to decide if they want to push through it, and that's hard because they have to push through this part and also all of this. And if they get ticked at all, or if they've pushed through it and they hug here and hide here, your teammate who's running to short can shift and hear the tick, and they'll tell you someone's pushed through. And then from that, you can throw an extra nade here, or your teammate can come here and support you and help you kill this player. But if he doesn't hear anyone push it, then you know you're safe to, if you want to, jump up on car and find a position closer. Because they can't be here checking into apps at all, because they'll be blocked off from that. Meaning you can also hide here as well, or here, and they won't have the information because they won't be able to be there in time to see you cross, essentially, which is really strong, meaning when they come out of here, they have to be aware of more positions, essentially, um, which is really strong. So that's one thing I think you should always do at the beginning of each round is come here and just throw that Molotov and have your teammate here listen to if you hear a tick, no, okay, cool, they're not behind it. And even with that Molotov, you can come around here and just like spam here because there might be someone who gets here and just goes to the left of it and just is just waiting, really. So you might have to spam them and get a kill or just some damage, really. Um, If you're a Bianca, you probably already know there's like 1,000 different angles you can play on this map. Sorry, this bomb site. Some things I love are the off angles you can do, because there's some really dirty angles you can do. If you just like crouch here, like no one really checks us. They can't see you from there. They come up here, and when they come out here, they're gonna be looking straight towards bench or here. So clear that, clear this, clear that. Go to here. As they're here, you'll just popping up. You'll get one. Then you can just slightly move around, type thing. This angle's really strong as well. Hold like this, even back here. If they're executing, you might want to be aware that you're going to be overwhelmed pretty fast. So this Molotov early, yes, it's really strong, but also you won't have a Molotov basically. So you're most likely going to have to use your smoke to stop the execute. You can either throw a smoke close like that, something just close to you, or try to deny them to get on site. You can only throw one, obviously. But you can use these to like move around the site. 'Cause if you throw this one, you can move around here, possibly get a one-way here, and take fights in different angles and move around a lot more. Or if you throw this one, alternatively, you can move around here, taking fights here and here, and not have to worry about this position as much unless they jump on top of the car. Some things you can do with your teammates, a really good flash. I bet you've seen this one a million times, but just that will just pop right here. It should go deep enough, hopefully. Um, that's a good flash if you're up in this position or here. and you can call it, and your teammate can throw a flash, and then you can peek with it and just delete everyone. Because it'll just pop right here, and you can just swing out and kill everything. Because that'll be cool, obviously, when you know they're going to come out. So that is just in this corner. Aim just above this AC unit thing here. Left click throw, and that'll land right there. A typical B execute, if you're against a team, would look something like this, with the two arch smokes. If there's like a proper default execute, they'll throw the window smoke, possibly even the door smoke, honestly, it really depends. But that's just a standard, so your short player is guaranteed to be locked out, so you're gonna have to figure out ways how to deal with it yourself. Using those different angles I've already shown you, which is really good. Just mix it up. The importance of being an anchor, because you're going to be on this site a lot, and if they hit this site a lot and you have issues, you need to keep changing it up, because even if you're doing really well in a position, they're going to start to just pre-fire you and know exactly where you are positioned on the site. So you'll be able to get red a lot easier. So you need to make sure you keep changing it up and adapting to different things and coming up with new ideas of how to hold the site with, because on this side, there's just a billion things you can do. You can sit jail, bench, empty pillar, back site, mid site. You can boost on the box. You can sit Edward, sit under window. You know, you can do all sorts of things. But yeah, one thing always be aware of is how fast they're going to come out. Because as soon, even if you throw this Molotov early, um, sorry, throw a Molotov early, and your teammate hears it tick, you need to be ready straight away, because they could already be up to here, like up to this point, by the time you reposition around here. So if you know they're coming, you can either really quickly just like drop a smoke and try fall back and reposition, or if you have a hand grenade, you can throw that in and slow them down. Um, if you're doing this in a pug, more of a pug situation, then your teammate most likely won't even call, because you know you get that a lot where your teammates don't actually really help you. So you can throw this Molotov, and they can quickly just come here and then just jump spot, and then you'll see someone if they've ran through, and if they have, you'll know. So just throw a grenade here, and that will land there, and be ready if anyone pushes up further. With jump spotting, this is one thing I cannot stress enough. If you can't jump spot properly on B, you shouldn't be playing B. It's really that simple, honestly, because if you are jump spotting incorrectly, you're just gonna die. Okay, you can jump spot both ways, and there's a certain way to do it on both sides. You want to basically make sure your head is shown for the smallest amount of time it can be, with also getting the information if anyone's there or not. The way you do that is just by, if you come here and you jump, you'll get a feel for it. If you just go in an empty server like I am and just mess around and do stuff like this, you'll get a feel for it pretty fast. But when you jump up, if you crouch while in midair, it will make you go smaller, obviously, because you're crouching. So just go to the side, jump, crouch, about like the last second. That way, you'll get the information, but the most likely is that they won't kill you. Okay. Um, Again, if you're by yourself and you're just jump spotting for info and your team's left you, you can have a grenade in your hand ready, and as soon as you see someone, even with a smoke, you can do this. Instead of throwing like that or that, you get the info. You can just very quickly throw a smoke, like something not that deep, obviously, 'cause that's bad. But something around like this. And that way it'll cut off all this info, meaning you can jump on car and then you just sit behind it, wait. You're most likely going to get flashed, honestly, because they're going to throw flashes over here. But you can, as they're jumping through, you can try to kill them, or as they're dropping off, you can kill them like that. So yeah, come here, jump spot, see someone, throw something, either smoke, or you can throw flashes just like here against the wall like that, and that will just work as like a pop flash, and that will really suppress them pushing any further. You just gotta, as an anchor, you're not trying to ace them, you know. All you gotta do is just slow down the execute as much as you can, sorry, and give as much time as you can for your team to rotate over. So every second you can stay alive and not slow the enemy down will just win you the round. It's actually it's so important. The just even seconds make a difference in this game with how much time you can stall out for your team to rotate. So you're not trying to kill everything. You're trying to get a few, like one or two frags maybe, and stay alive as long as you can. Okay. So yeah, see them, fall back, either throw a smoke like this, or fall back here, throw a smoke like this, or even this, and work around them, use them to your advantage. Because think about it, if you're coming out of B apps and you have all those smokes down, arch smokes or whatever, and you're coming out of here, this is going to be mollied early, so you have to wait, meaning that'll be cut off early information. So things you got to be aware of as the enemy when they're coming out, is that they'll have to be aware of this position, which you could be, this position, car, they have to check bench, here, 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 here. You can even be that headshot angle if you want to. Back pillar, short pillar. Like there's just 1,000 angles they have to clear. And if you keep changing it up, it makes their life a million times harder because they have to keep thinking, where could he be? Where could he be? You know? So you're not always going to be in the same spot. And if you're jump spotting, you see them and they want to push on that jump spot, they could either run into a smoke that's here, meaning they might feel forced to have to jump. That'd be a little bit shallower. Meaning they might have to force to jump out window, which will give you advantage because they're in midair. Or they might have to even feel they might have to push through this, meaning if they walk through this, you're going to see them a lot earlier. So you just get a free kill, multiple kills, fall off, etc. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else I can talk about on this site because it's quite a small area. However, I think that's still the lineup. Yeah, that's still the lineup. However, there's a lot you can do in it. A million different angles. Go on the map, play around it yourself. Make sure to remember, change up positions as much as you can. Save your utility to react off what the enemy is doing. Don't just use it and hope you do something with it. Try save it as much as you can because that will really keep you alive and really stop the enemies from just destroying you later on in the round. But always, I would always say every round you should always throw this Molotov. That is the one thing I should say you should always throw. Um, if it's getting quite late in the round and you want to use your smoke and you don't want to save it for like when they're executing, you can come here and between the two shadows here, you can just left click throw and that will land perfectly in apps. It's quite a deep one, meaning you can get up to like here all of these positions, meaning if they're all stuck behind it waiting, they're gonna have to clear this. Or if you're like really cheeky, you can even sit directly in the smoke. And if you guys know about the smoke trick, if you're sitting inside of a smoke, you might not know this or not, but if you're sitting like inside of a smoke and it starts to fade, you're gonna see whoever is here before they'll see you if you're sitting inside of it. If you're like behind it, like this PS person is on the other side, um, you'll see each other at the same time. If you're sitting inside of it and it begins to fade, you will see the enemy standing like way before he does. So if you really feel you're in a situation where you're gonna die or they know you're here, you can just try sit like properly in this smoke or like at the pixel of it and just get a few kills that's fading. That's essentially it really for B site on Mirage. Yeah, so just think those things through again. I'll keep reminding you. Early Molotov, change your position as much as you can. Just go on an empty server, try it out, get a feel for it. Again, play the game. That is the best way to improve in CS, you know. Go Q, Phaser, matchmaking, ESEA, whatever you want. Go try it, ask for B, just try these things out, experiment. That is the best way you're going to improve on anything in this game or anything in life essentially is practice, practice. Keep trying it, keep experimenting. If it doesn't go well, then you know for next time or you just learn, you know, things don't always go well, but things do, and that's where you'll improve on it and make sure it will go better for next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video or you found it useful at all. My name is Glaze. I hope everyone yeah. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I hope this video really helped. but please let me know. This is probably my first ever anchor video I've done. I'll probably do more of them because being a site anchor is quite important, and it's looked over of what that role is actually meant to do, more staying alive than anything. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is Glaze. I'll speak to you guys later.